Hello. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Pythagorean Theorem. The Pythagorean Theorem is a relationship of the sides of a right triangle. And today we're going to use it to find the missing side of three triangles here. So we'll start on one problem. Now, just like any other math, it's important that you follow the same steps or procedures every time. You do it on the simple problems so that you know how to do it on the difficult problems. So I'm going to show you a quick and easy procedure on how to find the missing side length of any right triangle. The first thing we'll do is write the formula. And the formula for the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We write that down to remind ourselves what we're looking for and what we have. Okay? The a and the b are legs of the triangle. These legs always touch the 90-degree angle of the right triangle. So if we look at this triangle here to the left, 5 and 12 both touch our 90-degree angle. So I'm going to label that as a. I'm going to label this one over here as B. Okay. Now here's the thing about these. A and B are interchangeable because they are connected using addition. So if you wanted to label this A and that B, that would be fine. All right, so that means that the last thing I'm looking for is C, which is our hypotenuse. Now the hypotenuse is always the longest side. It's always opposite of the 90-degree angle, so that's C. Once I've identified and labeled the things that I had and the things that I were missing, I'm going to substitute in to the formula those numbers. So A was 5, so it's still 5 now. We have to remember it's still squared, plus 12 squared, and that's going to be equal to c squared. All right? And now we're going to simplify. First we perform these exponent actions. So 5 squared is 25, plus 12 squared, which is 144, and that's all equal to c squared. 25 plus 144 is equal to 169. C squared is still c squared. Now, in order to isolate the variable here, we need to take the square root of both sides because we're looking for one of two equal factors of c, right? Because we just want one c. So taking the square root does that. If we do it to the right-hand side, we also have to do the left-hand side. The missing side length is 13. Now, this is called the Pythagorean triple. Anytime your two legs and your hypotenuse are a whole number, it's a Pythagorean triple. And those are nice, and I'll do another video on those later. But sometimes you'll memorize those and see the pattern, and these problems become easier. Let's do another problem. Now, first step, we're going to write the formula. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. All right, we're going to label what we have. If you recall what I said on the last problem, a and b are legs that touch the 90-degree angle. So a is equal to 30, but now b we do not have. C is our hypotenuse, which is opposite of the 90-degree angle, which means that C is equal to 34 in this problem. So we're going to substitute in our numbers and keep our variable B the same. So 30 squared plus B squared is equal to 34 squared. Now we use our calculator to find out, well, 30 times 30 is pretty easy because 3 times 3 is 9, and then you add the zeros, is 900, plus b squared. 34 squared is not one I have memorized, so you use a calculator to find out if it's 1,156. Now we have a two-step equation, really. We need to remove the constant that's bothering the variable by subtracting 900 from both sides. We're left with b squared is equal to 256. We take the square root of both sides, and b is equal to 16. So it's another Pythagorean triple because all three of those side lengths are whole numbers. Now let's do one last one. Okay. So same process. Write the formula. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Label. Well, a and b are legs that are touching the 90-degree angle. That's equal to a. This is going to be equal to b. C is a hypotenuse, which is opposite the 90-degree angle. C. I'm going to fill in the formula with the numbers we were given in the diagram. 8, 9, C. Can't forget all the other stuff. Squared plus squared equals this squared. 8 squared is 64. 9 squared is 81. That's equal to C squared. All right, 64 plus 81 is going to be 145. That's equal to C squared. We take the square root of both sides. C is equal to 12.04 if we round. I was double checking my work, but it is 12.04. All right, so that's how to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the missing side of a right triangle.